Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another informative Lucario video. In my last video I promised I'd make a video on the Aura Sphere and how it works and all the tech behind it and how to implement it strategically in a competitive match. So here's a small recap on how Aura Sphere works. If you already saw my last video then this is irrelevant to you and you can skip ahead to the timestamp. So this move is pretty simple as well. You press the B button and it starts to charge. You do not have to hold down the B button for this. All you gotta do is just press it once and it'll start to charge. You can press it again to let it go and shoot the charged Aura Sphere at any time you want. So for example, if you want to shoot out a small Aura Sphere, all you have to do is tap the B button twice. Or if you want to shoot out a bigger, more powerful Aura Sphere, all you have to do is press the B button, wait for it to finish charging, and then go ahead and press it again to shoot. A pretty good indication on when you have a fully charged Aura Sphere is when Lucario's eyes will light up for a second on the character model on his player icon. So with that basic introduction on how Aura Sphere works, let's get into some small basic tech. If you've already watched my How to Play Lucario video, then you can again skip this segment and click ahead to the timestamp. So seriously guys, the most important Lucario tech to learn is called B Reverse. It is an essential tool for all Lucario mains to know how to do this and how to implement it properly. This tech is pretty simple, but it might be a little hard to learn at first, but it will be super easy to master. I will link a more in-depth guide down below, but basically how to perform it is all you have to do is input B and then slightly after tap the analog stick in the opposite direction. So for example, if you are running from the left side of the stage to the right side of the stage, jump, press B, and then slightly after, tap the stick to the left side. You will now perform what is called a B reverse. B reverses is great for mix-ups, movement, attack, and defense all in one move. Okay, no more clicking away guys. Here's where the real juicy stuff comes into play. So you've just learned how Aura Sphere operates and how to use it. And you've also learned how to B reverse, but how and why is it important? B reversing is a super good option to do. However, please note, do not just spam B reverses because higher level players will catch on and they will punish it. Just like anything else in the game, do not spam it. People will eventually learn how to deal with it and punish it. Anywho, it's definitely an important option to do because as I've mentioned before, it is a good offensive and defensive tool. Defensively, it can help you get away from a lot of spooky situations, like death for example. Let's say you just got launched high up and you're falling and your opponent is on the ground, waiting for you to land. He's going to punish you with an up smash and kill you. You can simply just B reverse and change your momentum into the other direction and confuse them. B reversing is really great because it changes your momentum and the direction of travel. When B reversing in a defensive situation, you almost never want to actually shoot out the Aura Sphere. You're going to want to B reverse and then as soon as you land, press the shield button to cancel the charge and put away the Aura Sphere to use it at a more offensive situation. Speaking of which, you now know how to use it defensively, but what about offensively? When B reversing in an offensive situation, you're almost always going to want to have a fully charged Aura Sphere on deck. There's not really going to be a lot of scenarios where you want to B reverse offensively. The only time you really want to do it is to catch your opponent off guard and hit them with a fully charged Aura Sphere. And that's pretty much honestly all there is to B reversing offensively. It's not a ton, but it's something simple and very effective. Do keep in mind, you can wave bounce as well, but it's pretty much just the same situation in Aura scenario, just with a more complicated tech in my opinion. I mean, it's not really a lot more complicated, but there's more button inputs, which leaves for a greater margin for misinputs and screwing things up. So I don't personally use it that much, but I know others do and others don't. So it's kind of preference based, but it's still an option to throw out there. But is that all we got? Hell no. What if we can mix up our strategies? What if we can mix up the defensive and offensive strategies and put it into one? Well, we pretty much can do that with a new tech called charge canceling. I've explained how to do this in my How to Play Lucario video, so here's another quick snippet from that video. Also, the previously mentioned tech was all in Smash 4. However, this one is a bit new. This is called charge canceling, and it is pretty simple. All you have to do is press B, then shield, then input another move. This can also be performed in the air without pressing the shield button. So for example, while you are on the ground, press B, then press shield, and then press forward smash. Or if you are in the air, jump, press B, jump again, and then up air, or whatever aerial you want to do. Okay, so we know about charge canceling, but what the heck does that have to do with B reversing? Well, you can actually B reverse into a charged canceled move. So, for example, you can B reverse and land onto someone with the Aura Sphere charge. So right now we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're using a good movement option and defensive option by getting us out of whatever bad scenario we were in, and now we're going to be turning the tables and putting us into the offensive option. So after B reversing and landing onto someone with the charge, we can now cancel the charge and hit them with pretty much whatever we want. So if we B reverse and land onto someone with the charge and they see that and they end up shielding, the charge will be hitting them and doing damage to their shield, but they won't be taking any damage themselves. Well, if we cancel that charge into a force palm grab, we can now knock them out of their defensive state and deal damage to them and possibly even kill them. But let's explore some more of our other options. Let's say we B reverse and land onto someone with a charge, but they don't shield it this time. We can cancel into up smash, down smash, or forward smash. We can also cancel into aerials by buffering a short hop aerial. This opens up the door for neutral air and back air. Neutral air may be the hardest one to do because it doesn't require any directional input, but with back air you just have to press A and then hold back with it and it will hit. Neutral air can kill, however back air will definitely kill at high percents. B reversing onto the ledge can also be a great option to use on opponents while they are off the stage. If you're charging Aura Sphere at the ledge, it'll cover 2 options, normal get up and jump. Your opponent's is safe to use get up attack, which can and will hit you and cancel your Aura Sphere charge, and they can also roll onto stage. If you have a fast enough reaction time, you can react to their roll and shoot your Aura Sphere, or you can cancel into a run up force palm grab if they shield. But let's say your opponent does a normal get up or jump. They'll be caught in the charge, which can now be led into a charge cancelled move. There is another ledge trap similar to this one that I mentioned beforehand in my other video, so again, here's another quick snippet from that video. This is basically Lucario's main tool for killing. Stand at about roll distance, charging an Aura Sphere. This will cover almost every option. If they get up, you can react and shoot them and kill them. If they do a get up attack, same thing, you can react, you can shoot and kill them. If they hang on to the ledge too long or re-grab it, you can shoot an Aura Sphere and it will hit them under the ledge. If they jump up, you can cancel your charge into a nair, fair, or up air to kill. If they roll, they will get trapped into the Aura Sphere charge, which you can then cancel into a force palm grab. That's pretty much all there is to the Aura Sphere and all the tech behind it. I've probably missed some things, but man, this is just so hard and so complicated to talk about and to put it into words. Like, I feel like I may have done kind of a bad job at explaining this, but seriously, something like this is just so hard to explain. After such a long time, it's like second nature to me. You guys just get used to it after a while. Anyways, I hope this really did help all of you and bring light to a lot of new people who didn't really know how to use it or implement it. And I hope you guys kind of understood what I was trying to say. And with all of that being said, don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video if you liked it, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, and as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today.